Hi, I'm Barbara Siesal, and I'm here to tell you about the Flute View Online Magazine. I am delighted to be here today with Christopher Caliendo and the Tutti Flute Academy.
Barbara Siesal, nice to see you, and thank you and the Flute View for sponsoring the Tutti Flute Academy. Now, you have co-founded this online publication with two other Juilliard graduates. It's kind of clever marketing. That would be Viviana Guzman, Andrea Fischer, both of whom have been interviewed for the Tutti Flute Academy. I'd like to go back and trace the origin of these entrepreneurship ventures. What were your thoughts in creating the Flute View magazine? What was that niche you were looking for to fill? Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, we really felt very strongly that we wanted to create a magazine that was open to everyone, that was an even playing field, and that would really approach some of the changes that are happening in the music business today and help young flutists, medium flutists, old flutists find a way in to discuss it, to learn different things, to have a different experience, a somewhat less academic experience. Some of the other magazines, which are wonderful, are more academic, and to also not be gatekeepers, to hear from everybody. And those were some of the things that we were thinking about when we founded the magazine.
Now, Barbara, you adhere to the notion that there are other online publications that are strictly more academic in nature. I was curious, being that you're all Juilliard graduates, certainly an academic institution with very high standards, did you ever have any barriers, when it came to marketing the publication, that perhaps you would lose market share from those people who would think this was an elite academic publication? How did you curb that?
Well, I mean, I don't think we encountered that challenge that much. We were very clear that we wanted articles from everybody, and we wanted to discuss things like health and fashion, and do a lot of interviews, really hear from the great artists in our community. We wanted to talk to everyone, and even though we're Juilliard graduates, we have taken very non-traditional paths in our careers, and so people know that about us.
Yeah.
And so they know when they're coming to the magazine that they may get something slightly different.
Wonderful.
Not that we're not academic. It's not, I've been a college professor on and off for many years, and I respect that, and I'm very excited about things like that. But this is just a little different.
Well, the idea of a little bit different, let's talk about audience demographics and how different they may be for this magazine. I'm just kind of curious, in your initial marketing attempts, has that demographic changed? What is your circulation like? How many subscribers do you have currently, and how do you anticipate growing that audience?
Well, let's see. We started in 2013, and so we just had our fourth anniversary. Amazing. Fourth anniversary. And I don't think our demographics have changed that much. We have between 700 and 800 subscribers. It varies. We have attracted a wide range of age groups. We made a push to attract younger millennial generation flutists, and we have reached out and gotten some more people from that demographic also, especially over the last year when we had two younger, wonderful flutists working with us. And but I think it's been pretty steady, and I think that our next push will be really to expand the reach. If you look and see, I think I was having a conversation with Julian at the Flute Center of New York, and he said, 800,000 people say that they like flute in various research. And I'm thinking, 800,000? How do we get some of them to approach the Flute View? What can we do? And really, that's a tough thing to think about.
So, being an online publication, strictly digital, do you use strictly digital methods and marketing approaches, such as like social media, to promote the magazine, or do you use more traditional methods as well?
Yes, a lot of social media, and I think we're pretty well known for being able to do that well. We also do things in person. Flute Scooter has been going to, and also Viviana have been going to a lot of flute festivals and conferences, and really talking to a lot of people about Flute View, and I think that they've had a good amount of success. I have too. I've been to a lot of flute festivals, but not so much this past year. That's going to change again, but not this past year.
So audience, we're going to fly in what this website actually looks like for the Flute View. And as you can see, there's something in it for everybody. It's academic, it's fun, it's very stylized. And as we fly out of this, what do you charge, Barbara, for a yearly subscription per se, or do you divide it per month? How does that work?
Well, we do charge for the magazine. We charge yearly, $12.95, and you can also, it's very reasonable. You can also go monthly, or try it out for a month. And we also always have one free blog on the magazine, and our podcasts are also free. So you can, find out about it, see if you like it, see if you don't like it, and then come in. You can hover for a while.
So I want to publish an article. I would like to publish an article in Flute View. How do I do that?
The process is very simple. If you have an article that you want to share with the Flute View, you just send us the article, and we'll look at it, and we may not use it right away depending on how we're shaping that month's or the next month's Flute View, but we try not to turn anyone away unless something is really not in the frame of flute or some aspect of music that relates really well to it, a business that relates to music. We do a lot of editing if something really isn't working. If it's really terrible, yes, we might send it back, but that has very, very rarely happened.
Do you do CD reviews as well?
We do, and in fact, I do most of the CD reviews, and I love it. It's so great to hear what everybody is doing, and it's also been really great for me to learn how to really write a good CD review. And because they come out, in the beginning it was like, oh God, how do I do this? And over time, I think I have the language of it down.
All right, so let's talk about this logo. I love it. It is so cool. Now, take a look at this, folks. This is stylish. It's suave. It's intellectual. It's fun. It's a caricature that's poetic prose. I mean, I think this person, whoever this is, and I think we should announce who they are. What's her name? Bridget?
Bridget.
Yeah, tell me about Bridget. So if other people need a great designer who can just nail something, they can get a hold of her somehow.
The logo, it was so interesting. Flute Scooter had this wonderful friend who's a Juilliard violist who also designs websites. And so we went to meet with her, Fluter and I went to meet with her, and we discussed, okay, this is what we want. She said, okay. And then a few days later, she came back with the logo. She looked at our photographs, literally, and there was this wonderful line drawing. And we were like, whoa, this is great. And, she just had so much brilliance. And that's how it happened. I mean, it was really another moment of serendipity, really.
Yeah.
It wasn't planned. Yeah. There it was.
And there it is. What's exciting coming up for Flute View?
Well, listen, we are going to have an incredible summer because we have been invited to James Galway's Flute Festival in Neckes, Switzerland this summer. And we're going there wearing a lot of different hats. We're going to be giving an entrepreneurial lecture with a surprise performance. It's a surprise, but now I'm telling you. We're going to perform together and also individually so people will make the connection between how you can have an entrepreneurial, different career and still be really great players. We're going to be exhibiting at the Flute View, and also we're going to be interviewing and being like reporters for everyone. So the whole festival is going to be covered by the Flute View. So there'll be podcasts and there'll be interviews and there'll be stories and it'll be like we're filing these things, We're real reporters, which is, something that is now skill for us. We're all reporters now. So we're going to be doing all of that in the 10 days. We're going to be there for the entire fest. And also, we're just in the midst of our Flute View competition for 15 to 22-year-olds. We received a lot of videos, and we're going to announce winners very shortly. You are one of our sponsors for one of our prizes. So we're honored that you chose to do that with us.
So, especially for you young flutists out there, let me get this right. If I was a young flutist, you have access to 3 Juilliard graduates. You have access to an online vehicle that is far less than the price of a haircut. And for a full year, you get a monthly report from a wide variety of topics. Go for it. I mean, it's fantastic. Online's the way to go. I mean, the 2D Academy is either $10 or $40. You've got Flute View for $12.95 a year. I mean, this is marvelous. I mean, I would just simply go and claim your subscription today and enjoy the Flute View. Barbara, can't thank you enough. You're omnibus, you're multifaceted, you've stylized yourself to accomplishments on so many frontiers, and your contribution to the flute world is just duly estimable, and I can't thank you enough for your time and being with us today, and your sponsorship.
Thank you so much for interviewing me and taking the time. I really appreciate it.